Today we are going to discuss two new topics from the chapter gravitation, thrust and pressure, and the next topic will be pressure in fluids. So let us start with these new topics, thrust and pressure, pressure in fluids, which is part number 6 of the lesson. In the last session we had studied about mass, then weight, and we had also studied about weight of an object on the moon. Okay, so starting with the today's lesson, you will see here in this picture a boy who is trying to fix a poster. Now if you want to stick a poster onto the board, what you do generally is you try to fix it with the help of drawing pins. So when you fix it with the drawing pins, it will remain there for a longer amount of time. So if you wish to fix a poster on a bulletin board, you will have to press the drawing pins with your thumb. And in this case, you apply a force on the surface area of the head of the pin. This force is directed perpendicular to the surface area of the board, and this force acts on the smaller area at the tip of the pin. So the head part of the pin is comparatively wide, okay, as compared to the tip of the pin. Okay, and how we apply the force? We apply a force perpendicular to the surface area. So the force acting on an object perpendicular to the surface is called thrust. So whatever force that we apply perpendicular to the surface area, that is called as thrust. When you stand on a loose sand, the force, that is the weight of your body, is acting on an area equal to the area of your feet. Now, if you lie down, the same force acts on an area equal to the contact area of your whole body, but now the area in contact is larger compared to that of your area of your feet. Thus, the effect of force on the same magnitude on different areas are different, because you will observe that when you are standing on your feet, it has more effect onto the sand. You will go little more down compared to the condition where you are lying down on the sand. Okay, so in above cases, thrust is the same, but the effect is different. This effect of thrust depends on the area on which it acts. The effect of thrust on sand is larger while standing, okay, compared to while lying. The thrust on unit area is called as pressure. This effect of thrust is nothing but pressure, and it depends upon the area of contact. So if you want to define it, you can define the thrust is the pressure is nothing but thrust per unit area, or you can say thrust on unit area. And mathematically you can write it as pressure is equal to thrust upon area. Let us solve a numerical to get a better understanding of this concept. A block of wood is there which is kept on a tabletop. The mass of the wooden block is 5 kg and its dimensions are 40 by 20 by 10. Okay, all in centimeters. Find the pressure exerted by wooden block on the tabletop if it is made to lie on the tabletop with its sides of dimensions 20 by 10 and the next one is 40 by 20. So here area will be less, here area will be more. What you have to do is find out the pressure and observe which one is greater. So this is a diagram. Here this is 20 by 10 area in contact, and here it is 40 by 20 area in contact. Okay, now mass is already given 5 kg, dimensions are also given 40 by 20 by 10. What you have to do here is first find out the force. And how will you do it? Multiply mass with acceleration due to gravity. So 5 kg is given 9.8. We are on earth. So multiply both of them, you will get 49 Newton. That is the force. Now what you have to do? Find out the pressure. For one case, 20 by 10. Okay, we will take 20 by 10. That will give you 200 centimeter square. Now if I want to convert it into meter square, I will divide it by 10,000. Because 1 meter is what? 100 centimeters. So 1 meter square will be 10,000 meter square. So you have to divide it by 10,000 and that will give you 0.02 meters square. Now next step is to find out the pressure. Pressure, how will you find? Thrust divided by area. Thrust, how much? 49 Newton. Area is how much? 0.02 meter square. Divide it and you will get 2450 Newton per meter square. Now, let us see next condition where the area of contact is 40 by 20. Now here in this case, area, if I want to find, I will multiply these two numbers. 40 into 20 will give you 800 centimeter square. Now again you have to convert it into meter because that is the SI system unit. So if I divide 800 by 10,000, I will get 0.08 meter square. Now again the same step you have to repeat. Divide thrust by area. 49 divided by 0.08, that will give you 612.5 Newton per meter square. Can you see the difference? The pressure in case of 20 by 10 area was 2450 Newton, whereas in case of 40 by 20 where area was larger, the pressure become less, 612.5 Newton per meter square only. So what can you conclude from this? The conclusion is the same force acting on smaller area exerts a larger pressure, and smaller pressure on larger area. If area is large, pressure is small. If pressure is small, then area is large. Okay, I will repeat. If area is large, pressure is small. If area is small, then pressure is large. So that you have to remember. Next, this is the reason why nail was pointed tip. Okay, the nail has a pointed tip. That is the reason, because that will apply more pressure. Knives also have a sharper edge, so that it applies a more pressure. Buildings on the other hand have a wide foundation. Why? Because wide foundation ensures a less pressure on the ground, which is good in fact. Okay, now the next topic is pressure in fluids. All liquids and gases are fluids because they can flow, so they are fluids. A solid exerts a pressure on a surface area due to its weight. Similarly, liquids also have certain weight to it, pressure. Okay, so the fluids, let it be liquid or gases, no matter, but both have a weight, so they also exert a pressure on the base of the wall, base of the container, and also on the walls of the container in which they are enclosed. Pressure exerted in any confined mass of fluid is transmitted undiminished in all the direction, doesn't change, in other words. Well, that was today's topic of discussion. Let us see some homework. What you have to do is define thrust and pressure. Then you have to explain the effects of area on pressure with the help of some examples. And third question is you have to write a short notes on pressure in fluids. Well student, that was all for today. Try to solve these questions. We already discussed topics related to these questions, and I know you will find it easier to answer. Okay, but still if you have doubt, you can feel free to ask me. You can put your comments in comment box. So see you in next session. Until then, take care. Bye bye.